Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Courtney and today we have another review video. As I've said before, I am very new to learning guitar, so if you wanted to learn more about me and my background, go ahead and check out my first video, which is an about me, and I will link it up in the card and put it in the description as well. Everything I talk about in this video will be linked in the description, so you can check that out. But just this past January, I started learning guitar, and then I picked up ukulele with my sister in May. I think that kind of inspired my brother to want to learn guitar as well. So he ended up getting 2 different guitars to compare. So go ahead and check out that about me video so you can know where I'm coming from. I don't really know what I'm talking about, but I have opinions, so I wanted to share them with you. So I'm at his house and I have his 2 guitars, you can't see right now, and then I have my sister's Taylor Grand Auditorium. So I figured most people, if they don't have a Grand Auditorium from Taylor, most people probably have at least picked one up if they've been to a guitar center, because I feel like it's a really very common guitar. So this one right here is a pretty entry-level one, but I just wanted to compare it. I know for me, when I was shopping for ukuleles and guitars, I kind of wanted a reference to know how big it was, because you can see somebody playing it, but you don't know how tall that person is. Like me personally, I am 5'2", so every guitar looks big on me, which is why I ended up getting a 3/4 size guitar. But you can also check out my other video on that if you want to see which one I ended up going with as my first guitar. So anyways, I have my brother's 2 guitars that he was choosing between. One is an Ovation and then the other one is a Breedlove. So my brother has had these guitars, so I don't have a whole lot of experience playing either one of them, but I just wanted to give you my first thoughts and impressions. So for each guitar, we're gonna do a close-up, look at the specs for them, and a playthrough that hopefully I can get through. All right, so that's the plan. Let's get into it. Okay, so the first guitar that we have is the Ovation. It's a KOAB Celebrity Standard plus super shallow. I know nothing about Ovation. I have never played one before, but it's pretty cool. I like that it's really thin. And this one in particular has a built-in tuner, which is nice. I didn't think that I would like it because I kind of thought that all Ovations had like those little sound holes, which personally I don't really like. But when he got it, I was like, okay, I get it. He got it used from Guitar Center and it came with a hard case. I don't believe that this actually comes with the case. And it also is a pinless bridge, which I've never had to restring strings on a pinless bridge before, but I hear it's easier, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, I think it's a really pretty. It's got like a slight sunburst thing going on. It's got the inlays. I like how thin it is, but it does, depending how you're sitting, it kind of can almost like slip off your lap because it does have like this roundness to it. But again, I have my sister's Grand Auditorium Taylor here because I think that this is a really standard acoustic guitar body, so you can kind of see how much thinner that this Ovation is, which maybe if you're a person who, like me, kind of struggles playing and being comfortable for a long period of time playing the Grand Auditorium Acoustic, then this might be a nice option for you. You can see what you think of the sound after the playthrough, but as you can see, the width of the guitar is pretty similar. It's just like the depth is a lot thinner on the Ovation. So let's go ahead and get into a close-up for this Ovation. So here we have the Breedlove, the Discovery Concert. This also has a built-in tuner and preamp, same as the Ovation. Personally, I think the Ovation's prettier, but obviously that's just a personal preference. I have to have inlays on a guitar. This one also has a pinless bridge. This is much more comparable though to the Grand Auditorium. I think that the Breedlove Concert is probably pretty comparable to the Taylor Grand Auditorium. It's hard because different guitar manufacturers, they kind of have their own lineup of their guitar bodies, so you can't, just be like, oh, they're all Grand Auditoriums. But yeah, so this one's definitely gonna sound a lot more like your traditional acoustic guitar. Let's go ahead and get into the close-up for this guitar. right, so we made it. Hopefully that wasn't too painful for you guys. So the first thing that I noticed was that the Taylor was a lot easier to play. Could have a lighter gauge string on it, which maybe has something to do with it. They're newer strings. I guess the next easiest one was the Ovation. Something that I couldn't find, that I don't think I saw online when I was trying to look up some specs for this, is the neck shape is slightly different than what I'm used to. It's slightly different than what I think a standard guitar neck is. Instead of like that soft, even, round, maybe like a C shape, I guess is what the neck is called. This is almost more like a V or a U. It's a little bit sharper, so it kind of fits in your hand differently. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but it definitely does feel a little different to play. I think that the Ovation was probably the second easiest to play, but again, it could have something to do with the strings that are on it. Looks wise, I definitely think the Ovation is the prettiest. I mean, you're definitely talking about different price ranges here. So Breedlove is like 400, this is almost 500, and this I think is 900 or something around there. So it's not necessarily the same level of guitar, but if you're looking for a good solid beginner guitar that's easier to play and you're not too worried about size, I feel like the Taylor's the way to go. I know this video is really supposed to be comparing the Ovation and the Breedlove. It just depends what you're looking for in your guitar collection, because for me, I plan on getting other guitars. So my first guitar that I just got, which is in another review video that I made right before this one, so you can check that out. And then I plan on buying, you know, more like a grand auditorium style traditional acoustic guitar, and I think I would probably choose a Taylor. Then the Ovation would just be another guitar to add to that collection. It's kind of unique because it has the plastic body. It's definitely more comfortable than either of these to play just with the body being thinner. I think it's not as awkward to like reach over and your arm doesn't get as tired. If you're a bigger person, then you probably don't have to worry about that as much. I definitely get a little bit more arm fatigue with these bigger guitars. So price doesn't matter. The Taylor. If you're looking for a more traditional guitar, definitely the Breedlove. If you plan on having multiple guitars, the Ovation is definitely unique. I don't think that I would I think the Ovation would make more sense if you plan on using the pickup actually. Otherwise, I just don't think that the sound is quite as good as these other guitars would, you know, make sense. It's got a smaller body, just like my 3/4 size guitar. I haven't played my sister's Grand Auditorium in a while, but the power that comes from it, that definitely lets off the best sound, I think, out of even the Breedlove. But yeah, they're all really beautiful guitars. Kind of just depends what you're going for. If you plan on using the pickup and traveling, I think the Ovation would probably be a little bit more durable. But as far as the playing experience goes, it's hard to tell because they don't all have the same strings. I don't know if they have all like the same setup, but I think that the Taylor's easier, and then I have less trouble playing the Ovation. The Breedlove probably took me the longest to go through the playthrough to get it to sound good. I had a lot more trouble with the string buzzing. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. If you have any feedback, I'd love to hear from you. If you have any different thoughts or experiences with any of these guitars. Like I said, I didn't really do any research into these guitars because I didn't buy them. I know Breedlove's pretty solid. I know when I was looking at my first guitar, I was looking at Breedlove because Guitar Goddess, a YouTuber that I really like, she had a Breedlove that I absolutely, like, I wanted that one, but unfortunately they discontinued it, so I couldn't find something similar enough. So I decided just to go with what felt more comfortable to me. You just want to get whatever you think that you're going to play the most. If comfort's more important or looks more important, if it will make you play, in my opinion, I think it's worth to spend a little bit more money on it. But I don't think you'd honestly go wrong with any of these. If unplugged is your primary goal, I think you'd be happier with the sound from the Taylor or the Breedlove. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions or feedbacks, feel free to leave some comments below. If you enjoyed watching or got anything out of this video, make sure you smash that like button. And if you want to keep an eye out for videos in the future, make sure you subscribe as well. I do have some other fun video ideas planned out, so hopefully that was helpful. And if any of you guys are choosing between some of these guitars, that help you make a decision. It's Mochi! This is my brother's doggy. She's such a sweetheart. Oh, I love you. She's missed me while I was recording this video, can't you tell? She's only 6 months old and she wants to be famous on YouTube. She told me that's her dream. I don't know what I'm doing. Do you know what I'm doing? Can you tell me what to say? Say thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye. Bye.